Hello, everyone, and welcome to the most exciting moment in human consciousness. Most exciting moment in human history. I am so incredibly happy that you are here because around 5, 6 weeks ago, I was given these particular tools that bring you into direct alignment with Source and allow you to miraculously manifest, allow you to instantly transform anything. They bring you into a level of alignment where you are completely empowered to actually allow Source to transform any area of your life, any area at all. So you're completely empowered. And it is so exciting that you are here actually to receive what these principles are and how to begin to use them in your life. Now, I just finished a 4-day intensive in Australia, and I got to miraculously watch the magic and miracles that appeared before me in class using these tools. I have never felt anything like it, and neither had anybody in the room, right? It is brand new, cutting edge technology that allows life to be easy, allows transformation to be easy, allows manifestation of anything of your choice to be easy and effortless beyond measure. It's so incredibly exciting. And to watch, there was all kinds of validation that was happening too. So during this class, we explored these principles so deeply that every participant knew fully that this was what was and was the truth, and then taught them how to function from it to transform anything, right? So in that process, we had amazing miracles happen during class. Like, it was incredible. We had houses selling. We had health challenges and locked up jaws, like move into alignment and health. Like, we had just all of these incredible awarenesses and knowing. We had, relationships that were instantly mended, like where they were estranged from their mother and then they called and everything was completely different. So it's bringing you into such direct alignment that you actually get to choose what is. Imagine that. Wow. And what life would you create if you allowed yourself to choose it just from the infinite menu of Source? Okay, so that's actually what's possible right now. Now, I realize also that this potentially has not been something that was consciously accessible for you up until this moment. So we are going to uncover why that's so and bring you deep into these principles, okay? So that you can experience the profound, incredible, instant transformation that these 6 principles of Source actually create in your life, and actually how to use them to miraculously manifest any life of your choice. Oh my goodness, it is so incredibly exciting. The other thing that I heard from everyone in class was that they felt so on purpose and on path. It's like now they know what they're here to do because they can have it any way that they wish. They were no longer a victim to life at all, no longer a victim to any kind of feeling, no longer a victim to any kind of belief. It literally sets you free from all of that so that you can actually co-create with Source. And as you co-create with Source from direct alignment, the possibilities are infinite. It's so exciting. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Okay, so today we are going to give you those tools and give you a taste of what that is, right? So that you can begin using this in your life. You can begin feeling the profound impact. So it's a very exciting day. And these tools have never existed on planet Earth as of yet. So you are brand new. These are brand new. And you are one of the carriers of this information from this point forward. Okay. Now, I'd love to say in 2 hours, we can absolutely get you absolutely completely in there. And hey, you know, I'm all for it. Let's do it. Yet, as I watched in the 4 days together, we went deeper, we went deeper, we went deeper. It was more powerful. It was more powerful. It was more aligned. It was more magical. It was more miraculous. So, you know, as we spend more time together, it gets to get deeper and deeper and deeper until this is all that is. Does that make sense? Okay, good. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, you guys, so that you guys can feel how this impacts your life, is choose, you know, one area of your life or one thing or one relationship that you would actually like to instantly transform. What is it in your life that today we're going to work with these principles and it's going to be different? So we have a Q&A box there on the page, so go ahead and put that into the Q&A box there, and we can bring all of that information onto the call, onto our live stream together today, and watch it instantly transform and watch you instantly miraculously manifest a different life and a change within this particular situation. So what is it that you'd like to work with today? Now, it doesn't matter. Don't feel like, oh my God, I want to work on everything. Just pick one thing, because once you learn how to apply this, you can actually apply it to everything, okay? So we'll give you guys a minute to kind of feel into what is that you're going to work on and we're going to work on today together. Yeah. Beautiful, Gina. Do we have some?
Well, Rikka, we already have one.
Good.
We do. One word, money.
All right. Good. That's perfect. And you know what? That may be something just to work on with everyone, because for how many of you guys is money something that you feel has kept you from really following your heart and choosing what you know will expand your life, right? I mean, is everybody in for miraculously manifesting a different vibration and a different level of abundance? I think everybody's in for that, right? So how about today we actually work on miraculously transforming and manifesting a different relationship and a different vibration with money, right? So does that sound good, Gina? It sounds good to me.
Yes, I like the topic of money. I think it resonates with a lot of people.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. Okay, you guys ready? Okay, good. So the first piece to begin realizing in this is that this universe actually mirrors the vibration and the belief that you're coming from. Does that make sense? So this world is actually made of infinite possibility, and those infinite possibilities are just waiting to become whatever would serve the vibration that you're coming from, right? And the belief that you're actually coming from. That makes sense, right? And you guys have seen this in your life, where you maybe feel like you're not good enough, and then you go out into life and then you date guys who think you're not good enough, right? So this universe actually mirrors back to us our vibrational tone, right? And our beliefs. Now, even Einstein says you can't manifest, basically a different possibility from the same energy that created the problem, right? So what we need to do is bring you into the fullness of the vibration of source that is, and get you to actually make a different choice. And as you do that, the universe mirrors back your choice and your vibration. Simple, right? So it's the same principle of the universe. If you're coming from a limitation, it will reflect the limitation. If you're actually coming from source and coming from your choice, from an infinite menu, with God going, hey, God, let's co-create this, then guess what? It mirrors back that reality. So we're going to teach you how to stand in that alignment and how to live from that alignment during this live stream today, okay? So as of, 12 years ago, I've actually been asking Source and Upstairs for a set of tools and processes that would bring people into such deep alignment, into such direct alignment with Source, that everything would be magical and miraculous, right? And tools that would be crystal clear, that couldn't be mistaken, right? That couldn't be interpreted by the mind into something that was limited, right? So I've been asking for this for 12 years, and guess what? This has just arrived as of 5-6 weeks ago. And oh my God, the transformation is absolutely epic. Yay! So we've been waiting, and I've been waiting forever to bring this forward. And I had, attempted to sort of, okay, let's make it energetic. All right, being the joy, being the presence, but it didn't stick. It didn't allow the complete and total direct alignment with God to be what was. Does that make sense? Okay, so these 6 principles are principles that are easily used in your life to literally stand in alignment with Source. Okay, these 6 principles are not actually beliefs. They are the way energy functions. So let's talk a little bit about the way that energy functions. Okay, so if you feel into the energy, right, that is, okay, it's the life force energy, right? It's that life force energy that's actually flowing through me. It's flowing through you. It's flowing through the chair I'm sitting on. It's flowing through the trees. It's flowing through the animals, right? And this life force energy is what Source is made of, right? It's what, if you like to use the word God, I use the word God in a non-religious sense, just God, the universe, energy. You can fill in the blanks, love, right? Spirit, oneness. So all of that life force energy is flowing through everything. Would you guys agree? Of course, right? Of course. So there's a particular way in which life force energy actually functions in order to sustain and support life. Does that make sense? So in order for life to exist here, life actually must function from these 6 principles. Okay? And it's truly the miracle that Spirit is, right? Because how many of you guys understand how to bring something to life? Yeah, not so much. How many of you guys know how to say, make a baby in a mommy's tummy? Do you know how to create brain cells that actually communicate with the whole body? No. Do you know how to assign which ones are heart cells? No. You see, so life functions from these 6 principles all by itself. Okay? It is what naturally aligns the cells to become the heart, aligns the cells to become the brain. It is what sets up the life force energy for us all to experience. Does that make sense? Okay, so what we're talking about here is not a set of beliefs. It's actually, when we look into quantum physics, when we look into energy, this is just the way energy functions. Okay, so take a moment and just breathe that in. Okay, so we're just talking about the way that energy functions. It's not a personal thing. It's just, life, I'm sure life functions from the way that it functions so that it can sustain and support itself, right? Okay, so let's get going with these principles. And what these principles are doing is they're taking you out of the place where the illusion has been running you in your life, right? And bringing you into the place and the space of what's real. It's joining the energy of life in the way life functions for your life to be the miracle that Source and life makes it when we don't interrupt the miracle of life. Can you feel that? Right? And what do I mean by interrupting the miracle of life? Well, life itself is this unexplainable miracle. And that life force energy is flowing through and it's bringing us to life. Our hearts are beating without us thinking, right? Our bodies are functioning without us arranging this. All this beautiful life is happening. The trees are growing. The plants are turning, the sun and breathing in the carbon dioxide and exhaling out the oxygen. Like this beautiful life is happening. This miracle of life is happening without us even doing anything, right? So this miracle of life functions from these 6 principles. And when I said we interrupt that miracle, what happens is our past experiences or our minds say, oh no, life is not supporting me, right? So that might be an example. Oh no, I'm not supported by spirit. I'm not supported by life. I'm not supported by every molecule and everything. Like, that's a story that potentially a lot of us have had going, especially with money. I'm not supported. Well, now we can see, wait a second. Is life actually supporting us? Yes. So it's actually an illusion that you're not supported. Does that make sense? So what we're doing is we're taking your consciousness and your energy out of an illusion and actually just into what already is. Okay? And it is what already is. Life is already happening. Life force energy is already flowing through. It's already functioning from these principles. Right? So life is already happening. And we are moving from, instead of illusionarily creating a different form of life and being caught in those loops that aren't true, we're actually stepping a step back into what's real and going, actually, how about I step into alignment with what's real and then begin to choose from there? Allowing that beautiful, miraculous manifestation to come through and facilitate and give me a life that's beyond my wildest dreams. Does that make sense? Okay, so we're moving your consciousness and mine from believing in the illusion to actually living in what's real. The miracle. And how that miracle functions. Oh, it's so exciting. Wow! Okay. So, the first principle in the way in which energy functions, life force functions, is that it's all made of infinite love. Okay? So let's just tap into that. So is everything actually made of life force energy? Yes, right? And is that life force energy also the energy of spirit? Yeah, the energy of source, of course. And is that energy of source the energy of love? Yeah, it is, isn't it? So first, would you now align yourself to recognize that the energy of life is the energy of love? Yes? Okay, take a breath and breathe that in. Good. Okay, so everything is actually made of infinite love, right? Because it all has that life force energy flowing through. And God, spirit, source, the universe, it's all made of infinite love. So everything is actually made of infinite love. Does that make sense? Okay, so that infinite love is also in everything, right? Is that life force energy flowing through that energy of that infinite love? It is, isn't it? So that life force energy is flowing through that energy of infinite love. Well, what does that mean? It means that everything is actually infinitely loving. That life force energy of love is flowing through, so everything is in the process of being loving. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, so that energy of infinite love is flowing through everything, so everything's infinitely loving. Now, does that also mean that everything is infinitely loved? It's in the process of being loved. Wow. So, regardless of the mind and the illusionary experience, that everything's aren't loving and that this isn't loving and that this isn't loving, the truth is, is that everything is actually made of that love and everything is infinitely loving. Now, I understand that in your past, it's like, oh no, this is not loving. But the thing about that experience was, were you actually in that moment, the moment that you're saying, oh no, this wasn't loving, right? Were you actually in that moment, were you within what is real? Were you directly aligned with source? Or were you actually caught up in the illusion? You were caught up in the illusion of separation. So, the experience of life being not loving was actually illusionary. Take a breath and breathe that in. And if you so choose, because all of this is about rearranging you, this work is about empowering you to be you and to stand with source, yeah? And you're the one that gets to rearrange your life so that you own this transformation, so that you walk forward knowing how to miraculously manifest. So we're going to give you an opportunity to actually say this to your own self right now so that you acknowledge the truth. Okay? So would you be willing to accept that all of the experiences of life through separation, right? All the experiences of fear, all the experiences of pain or hurt, all the experiences of anger, that they were actually all through a lens of separation. And so they weren't what was real, they were actually illusionary, yeah? Would that be okay? Okay, so take a breath and breathe that in. And go ahead and say aloud, I now accept that my past experiences of separation and being separate from love were actually illusionary experiences. And it's okay, just breathe and allow that. It doesn't mean that you have to be 100% choosing this. It just because as we do this, we're rearranging your energetic field, right? So it can feel like, wait a second, there's still stuff that I don't feel is loving. Now here's the tool for that. Just go ahead and choose the love anyway. Choose to accept it anyway, because inside your heart and inside your spirit, you already know this. Does that make sense? Okay, good. And now let's accept the truth, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to accept these 6 principles and use the energy of source and allow the energy of source to rearrange completely your vibration with money. Does that make sense? Okay, good. So go ahead and say, the truth is, this is you talking to you because you're the one that's rearranging your consciousness, right? You're the one that's standing up and saying, this is what I choose. Yeah? Okay. So go ahead and say, the truth is, everything is made of infinite love. And allow yourself to feel that. And if I'm made of, I'm part of everything, go ahead and repeat that, then the truth is, I am made of infinite love. Good. And allow yourself to feel that vibration of what's real, that you are made of infinite love, and that everything is actually made of infinite love. Yeah? Good. Great. There we go. Good already, right? And go ahead and say, the truth is, everything is infinitely loving. Regardless of my past experience, regardless of what I had believed was true, the truth is life force energy is flowing through everything. Love is flowing through everything. There you go. So the truth is, everything is actually infinitely loving. There you go, and allow yourself to feel that loving life force energy flowing through everything. There you go. And if I am part of everything, then the truth is that loving energy is flowing through me. So take a breath and just allow that. There you go. And go ahead and say the truth is, everything is infinitely loved. There you go, and allow yourself to feel that. There you go. And if I'm part of everything, then that means I am infinitely loved. Yep, it's true. Allow yourself to feel that you are infinitely loved because you are. And go ahead and say aloud, it's not personal. It's just the way it is. Now here's the thing. Each one of these principles is the way life is hardwired. Does that make sense? So it actually can't be any other way. Now let's explore this for a moment, just to, talk to maybe the spaces in you that might be doubting that this is true in some way. If you look at a baby that's being grown in a mommy's tummy, okay, is every cell of that baby being infinitely loved by Source? Yeah. Is that life force energy coming through every cell and every molecule? Loving every cell and every molecule. Yeah, it is, isn't it? So imagine what would happen if this wasn't true. If God, Source, if life force energy was not flowing through everything, what would happen? Oh, you can see that, right? Life actually wouldn't exist. You see? So there's no way for this not to be what already is. Yeah, so would you now allow yourself to accept the truth that this actually is what is? Not because we want to believe it, not because we deserve infinite love or deserve to be infinite loved or we've done enough right or we've earned that love, but just because it's the way that life is. It's the way life force energy is hardwired to support life itself. So it's not even personal. It's just what is. Can you see that? Oh my God, isn't that exciting? Okay, so are you now willing and ready for your own self to accept that this is what is? Yeah? Okay, so now we can do this long form energy transformation. And this really gives you an opportunity to speak to the universe. And I'm going to say it once without you repeating it so you can understand it. And then you can choose to repeat it out loud, which changes everything, okay? So, and that is in the name of God, right? And you can use Source. You can fill in the blanks with love or spirit, in the name of spirit, in the name of love. For me, the word God is really powerful. I really like the word God, and it's not religious to me. It's just energy. So I'm going to use the word God because I don't want to repeat God, Source, energy, universe, your true self. But you're welcome to fill in the blanks with what resonates with you. Does that make sense? Okay, so what word are you using for this? Okay, good. You got your word? Okay, perfect. So we're going to go ahead and say, I'm going to say in the name of God, but you can say what you're going to say. In the name of God. And what that is saying, I've been given the birthright as a co-creator with God to say what is. So it's in the name of all that is, right? In the name of all that is. So in the name of God. So in the name of God, by the law of divine grace. Now, what is the law of divine grace? The law of divine grace is that whatever you choose is. That you actually have free will and choice. And as you stand in what's real, in love, and choose, therefore it is. That is divine grace. You've heard about, grace coming in, divine grace coming in and having like instant healings and instant transformation and instant miracles. And it's sort of like, wow, it's the law of divine grace that shows us whatever it is that we are saying yes to, our hearts and our souls, whatever we're aligned with, actually is what is. So in the name of God and God's name, in the name of everything, by the law of divine grace, I, and then you go ahead and state your name, right? And this gives you an opportunity to say your name out loud, and I would say your full name so that it resonates throughout the universe that this is now what is for the being that is called this right now, you see? So you get to state your name, I now accept, and then we get to go into accepting these principles. Does that make sense? Good. So the other part of it is in all that is light. Now, in all that is light is like saying within the physical reality of all that's light. Life is actually made of the building blocks of light. Okay, so it allows us to say, in the name of God, because I get to speak in God's name, by the law of divine grace, in all that is light, by the building blocks of light of the universe, so it applies to physical reality. This is what I say is. So that's the long statement of this, okay? And that's why we say it. Okay, you guys ready to accept the first principle? Good. So go ahead and say, in the name of God, in all that is light, by the law of divine grace, I, state your name, now accept the truth that everything is made of infinite love, that I am made of infinite love. There you go. That everything is made of the infinite loving energy of God. There you go. That I am made of the infinite loving energy of God. There you go. Woo! That everything is infinitely loved by God. That I am infinitely loved by God. It is done. It is done. It is done. What is done cannot be undone. There you go. Take a breath and breathe that in. And you can go ahead and say, it's not personal. It's just the way it is. It's the way it is, the way it's always been, and the way it will always be. There you go. Oh yeah, letting that beautiful life force energy and that miracle of life just, and that divine principle just to come straight in and completely land. Good. Okay, so first we're going to talk about each of these principles, and then we're going to run through a process that completely transforms money, okay? Okay. So that's the first principle, okay? Everything is, and everyone, including yourself, is made of infinite love, infinitely loving, and infinitely loved. It's not personal, it's just the way life is. So we are waking up to what's real. We are awakening, choosing to awaken ourselves out of the illusion and allowing ourselves to step in what truly is. Now, when you come from this love, you meet everything in love. So it changes the way everything feels. Things that used to feel contractive actually feel like love. Everything that was held in separation can actually feel like love. Because love is all that truly is. And now you know it. Now you've accepted that this is. Oh, it's so exciting. Oh my gosh. Imagine in your life meeting everything as love. interacting with love, as feeling that loving energy of God coming through, meeting that loving energy of God in everything, being infinitely loved by Source, by life, feeling infinitely loved, and then meeting everything in the truth that it's all infinitely loved. Wow! Now everything is hardwired this way. So when you come from this love already is. See, the truth is, when you choose to stand with Source, with God, with life, with love, love is already standing for you. Can God be anything other than love? No. So as you choose to stand in Source, you merge into what is, which is love, what has always been, which is love, and what will always be, which is love. And this entire field of Source, of life force energy, has always been what is. You merge into it, the illusion disappears. Oh, it's so beautiful. Okay, so the second principle is that everything is actually whole and one with God. Whole and one with life. Whole and one with spirit, whole and one with Source, whole and one with love. Now, what does this mean? This means that in every moment, you are every energy and everything. You are actually one with all of God. Now, if you're one with all of God, because you are, right? If you're one with all of God, there you go. Are you lacking anything? Nope. Are you missing anything? Nope. Isn't that amazing? Woo! Okay, so this is very exciting. So everything and everyone is actually whole and one with God. Would you like me to actually prove it to you? Okay, so if you want, you can close your eyes. Now you don't have to, but you can. And allow yourself to feel out into the universe and go as far as you can go. As far as you can go in any direction. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. There we go. Okay, you're going as far as you can go out into the universe, yeah? Can you still feel life force energy? Yup. So, you are whole and one with life force energy. There you go. You are whole and one with Source. There you go. That's the truth. And it's not personal. It's just what is. Everything, every cell, every molecule is a whole and complete unit of Source. Okay? Every energy, that miracle of life is coming through, and it's this beautiful life force energy that's coming through everything. Everything is part of that. Everything is one with that, right? So it gets to be a whole and complete unit of Source, living in all the whole and complete units of Source. All of it is whole and one with Source. Whole and one with life. Can you see that? Oh my God, it's exciting, right? Okay, so are you now ready and willing to actually accept the truth that this is what is? Yep. Okay. So let's use that long statement again, okay? In the name of God and all that is light, by the law of divine grace, I state your name. Now accept that everything is whole and one with Source. That everyone is whole and one with Source, because they're part of everything, right? That I am whole and one with Source. No exceptions. It's not personal. It's just the way it is. There you go. Go ahead and say, it is done. It is done. It is done. What is done cannot be undone. There you go. Woo! Take a breath and just feel that oneness and that wholeness, just being what is, because guess what? It already is what is. It already is what has always been. It already is what will always be. You know, we can either accept it now and live in divinity, or we can accept it later and continue to struggle. It gets to be our choice. But what do you choose? It is our destiny to arrive back home at Source. So wouldn't it be fun just to accept that here and now? Yeah, I think so too. Okay, so the third principle. And this principle is one of the things that your mind loves to pretend isn't real. Okay, so it may be something where, as we talk about this principle, you feel a little bit more of your mind, holding on to this not being true. But if you begin to look at it, you're like, wait, do I really want to live in a life where this isn't true? So how about, since I'm the creator, I choose it, right? So would you be willing to allow yourself to choose through this process? And not listen to, say, the feelings or the resistance of the past, but instead choose that you're choosing to stand here, because as you choose to stand here and you vibrate from here, everything mirrors, remember, the universe mirrors the vibration that you're bringing forward. Does that make sense? The universe mirrors your choice. So are you willing to make your choice in regards to principle number 3? Sure, right? Okay, good. All right. So principle number 3 is that everything is actually being served by life in the highest. In order to sustain and support life, it's all being served in the highest. Okay, so this also means, since you're part of everything, that you are being served in the highest. Okay, now understand that it might feel like, no, I'm really not being served in the highest. I am homeless, or I don't have money, or, my relationship is terrible and I feel contractive, or something like that, or, my body doesn't feel well. How could I be served in the highest? I understand that all of these things are and have been seemingly very real experiences. So I don't want to negate any of that, but I do want to empower you to be able to choose your experience instead of be thrown into those automatic experiences, right? I do want to give you the opportunity to go, wait a second, what do I choose? And then feel the experience of that choice, because as you choose to stand with Source, Source is already standing with you, and you enter into that field where those past experiences are actually no longer valid. Okay, so let's just look at this for a moment. Everything is being served by life in the highest, by God in the highest. So if you look back into that baby that's growing in that mommy's tummy, is every cell of that baby, is life force energy coming through and doing its very best to serve life in the highest, right? Absolutely, that life force energy is like, let's create a brain, let's create heart, let's create in perfection, let us create in perfection, let's do it, let me serve in the highest. Now, where we feel like life has not served us in the highest, what if what was happening was it was helping the illusion of separation and the experience of that illusion come up in our systems to actually be released, right? So for myself in my life, in 2015, May 2015, I was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, right? I had 7 brain tumors in my head, one the size of 2 golf balls, okay? I had tumors all over my body, and the doctors actually gave me 8 weeks to live if the treatment actually didn't work. Now, if you look into that, that's a pretty deep, I'm sure that life isn't serving in the highest. But let's look at that from a conscious place, right? So that you guys can begin to see how deep and profound and how true this actually is. So I know all of you are very psychic and very aware, right? You guys are amazing. You have talent, you're talented and beyond measure, okay? So allow yourself to look into my life. If I wouldn't have had cancer, Okay? So just feel my life, who I was in before May of 2015, if I wouldn't have gotten cancer. And I would have continued facilitating where I was facilitating from and not having received the transformation through the cancer, right? So look at the impact that I make in 5 years. Look at the impact I make in 10 years. Look at the impact I make in 20 years, in 50 years, in 60 years. Yeah, right? It's like, okay, you can feel that level of impact. At that vibrational level, that's the level of impact that I was making. That's as far as I could go because that's as far as I was going to have it in me, right? Okay, good. So you got a sense of that. Now, allow yourself to perceive inside of me and my life, having received the gift of cancer, having faced death and released all of that deep betrayal, being betrayed by life, that, my body has a disease and they tell me I'm going to die, and now why does God want to kill me? Feeling, embracing, and releasing all that, the transformation that created. Now feel the impact that I make in 5 years after having released that illusion of separation. Feel the level of impact that I make in 10 years. How many more people I'm reaching. How much more absolute clarity and divinity. How much more direct alignment with Source. Oh my gosh, look at my impact in 20 years. In 50 years. Can you see that? So here we are, looking at this piece of life, in my life, just so you guys can really see it, and going, wait a second, even that was serving in the highest. Because you can feel that me going through cancer allows much greater support and fulfillment of love on planet Earth. Like, oh my gosh, everybody returns to love in that version. Right? It's like this whole world is impacted. And then in the other version of me having not had cancer, right, then I get that level of impact, which is a much lesser level of impact in returning this planet to love, the humanity to love. So even though it might seem, oh my gosh, life is not serving me in the highest, would you now allow, through my example, for you to realize and accept life is serving me in the highest, and life is serving life in the highest. God is serving God through my life. This is fantastic. In every moment that might seemingly be something that I thought wasn't in alignment and wasn't in the highest, it's serving me in the highest. This is a great example. Oh my goodness, I get it. Can you feel that? And would you allow yourself to have the grace of this principle of God? Imagine your life as you know life is serving you in the highest, as you know God is serving you in the highest. You get to meet every moment with yes, whatever it is. Any unfolding of separation around you, you go, yes, that's so beautiful. It's separation leaving, yes. You get to actually stand on God's side and celebrate the unravel of the illusion. Oh my gosh, no matter what it looks like, because it's all returning to love. Yes, doesn't that sound like way more fun? Okay. And the truth is, everything is being served in the highest. Could you imagine if this wasn't true? If Source was not serving life in the highest, would humanity still even be here? Nope. So we're being served in the highest. And the beliefs of, how many of you guys, or how many of you guys know somebody who's not wanted to live anymore and they still stay alive, right? So life is serving us in the highest, regardless of the beliefs that we even put into life. Life is still serving us in the highest. We're still living. It takes a long time and a lot of energy to actually take yourself, out of life, because life is serving in the highest. Why? Because it's hardwired that way. Why? Because it can't be any other different. Why? Because life wouldn't survive. Life is hardwired to sustain itself. It's not personal. It's just the way it is. It's the way it's always been, and it is the way it will always be. So will you now accept that everything is actually serving you in the highest? Yeah, that you are being served in the highest by life itself. Yeah? Oh, you're ready. I can feel it. Okay, so go ahead and say, in the name of God and all that is light, by the law of divine grace, I, and state your name, now accept that everything is serving me in the highest. No exceptions. It's not personal. It's just the way it is. It is done. It is done. It is done. What is done cannot be undone. Woo! Woo! And allow yourself to feel that vibrational resonance that God actually and life actually functions at. In direct alignment, being in complete and total service to life. Now here's the other thing. When you accept that this is what is, remember, you choose it, okay? And you vibrate and emanate what it is that you're choosing because you're choosing it. And guess what? The universe mirrors back to you. That everything is serving in the highest. So what is serving in the highest just effortlessly shows up all around you. And instead of life having to get you to realize that it's serving in the highest by bringing up ways in which you don't think it's serving, it begins to serve you in the highest based on you knowing that you're being served in the highest. It's a complete different version of life, living in the miracle of what is actually real. Woo! Yay! Great job! Okay, so principle number 4. Okay, this is a profound and amazing principle that takes you so deep into such a beautiful experience with Source and with life. Oh, so amazing. Okay, and this principle is that everything, everyone, including yourself, okay, everything is acknowledged by God, seen by God, known by God, felt by God, supported by God, understood by God, and accepted by God. Cool, huh? So, when you begin feeling into that principle, everything being acknowledged by God, right? So, what if right now you're actually infinitely and totally acknowledged by God? Now, how do we know this is true? And you're actually completely and totally seen by God. When you guys have, let's say, traveled into other spaces, into other, places, did you appear in that new energy field? Yeah, you did, right? Because you're already seen by God. You're actually already seen by God in every dimension. Does that make sense? Okay, so you're already seen by God in every dimension. Now you're already acknowledged by God and known by God. And you're already acknowledged and known by God, okay? God already knows and already sees, Source already knows and already sees your true intentions and your true heart. Where you come from. The miraculous 6 principles that you actually come from. You come from Source, right? So Source itself, God itself, Spirit itself, can't help but acknowledge Source in you because Source knows you like Source knows itself. God knows you like God knows itself. Why? Because you're actually made of life force energy. So how could you not be acknowledged by God in every dimension? How could God not acknowledge you for the purity that you are, for the life force energy that you are, for the miracle that you are, for the love that you are? You are already acknowledged by God in every dimension. You are already seen by God in every dimension. There's no place you can go in the universe where you're not seen by God. Even if you move into a non-physical form, you still have a body. You still have an etheric body. You will always be seen by God, no matter what vibration, no matter what dimension you're functioning in. You are already seen by God in every dimension. Okay? You are already known by God in every dimension. Because you came from God, so God already knows you. So God knows that in you. God is knowing you in every dimension right now. God knows your true heart and your true intentions. Okay, the truth is, you are actually heard by God in every dimension. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, science actually shows us that the observer changes the molecules of what's observed. So we, right now, are being heard by God. Our vibration is being heard by the universe. No exceptions. It's just the way life is. It's just the way energy functions. It's just what is. You are infinitely heard by God in every dimension. Can you see that? Okay, the next part, you are felt by God. Okay, and what do I mean by that? Well, wherever it is that you are going, right, whatever it is that you're feeling, is life force energy meeting you there in that feeling. Yeah, you're feeling life force energy coming through, and say when you're scared, it's coming through and releasing and helping alleviate that fear, right? So life force is meeting you in every feeling. So the truth is, you've never felt anything alone. Life force energy, God, love, has always been there with you, feeling all of this. Does that make sense? Feeling that beautiful life force meeting you in all those dimensions. Can you feel that? Yes, okay. So God is, life is, love is supporting you in every dimension. Life supports life, right? So could you imagine if that little baby that was growing in the mommy's tummy wasn't supported by God? Oh yeah, it wouldn't make any sense, right? Life force energy is doing the best it can to support. When the creators, when humans being the creators are projecting all kinds of things that it's not being supported, it's still coming through with that support to the best of its supportive ability, right? Oh my gosh. So we are all infinitely supported by God in every dimension. Okay? The truth is, we are already accepted by God in every dimension. Right? Could there ever be anything that you could do, anything that you could say, where you would not be accepted by God? No, you are infinitely accepted by God in every dimension. Everywhere you go, everything you say and do, life meets you in love and goes, oh, let's let it go. Oh, I love you. It can't stop loving you. You're already accepted by God. Okay, and the last part of this is that you are understood by God in every dimension. Life understands you, right? Because life understands itself. Life understands your true heart and your true intentions. Right? And when we bring you into alignment with this principle, you begin to experience you as God experiences you, as the angels experience you. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Oh my gosh, it's so amazing. Now, the truth is, life cannot not be this way. It has to be this way in order for it to support and sustain itself. Okay? It is actually hardwired to be this way. Does that make sense? It is what is. It is what has always been. And it is what will always be. Okay, so you guys ready to accept the truth? And to step into that direct alignment with Source? Perfect. Okay, ready? In the name of God and all that is light, by the law of divine grace, I, and state your full name, now accept that I am acknowledged by God in every dimension. And breathe that in, allow that feeling. I am seen by God in every dimension. Inviting God in to see every part of you, knowing that you're already seen by God in every dimension. Allowing God to see you. I accept that I am known by God in every dimension. Feeling the truth that you are already known and meeting that beautiful alignment that already knows you infinitely, that knows your true heart and your true intentions. Yeah, that you are known by God in every dimension. There we go. I accept that I am heard by God in every dimension. Allowing yourself to step into that God hears you, that you are heard, that your deepest heart's intentions, that your deepest heart's desires have already been heard by God, that every vibration and every moment is heard by God. You are heard by God in every dimension. Woo! Yeah! I now accept that I am felt by God in every dimension. Allowing yourself to realize and feel that everywhere you go, you are being felt by God. You are already felt by God. There's nothing that you are ever feeling alone. That's it. That's it. Do you feel that deepening? Moving deeper into that deep alignment. There you go. I now accept that I am supported by God in every dimension. And allowing yourself to feel that that life force energy is flowing through and supporting the best its ability in every absolute nanosecond. Oh my gosh, it's all supporting you in every dimension. Feeling that beautiful support of God. I now accept that I'm accepted by God in every dimension. And allowing yourself to expose every part of you, knowing you're already accepted. You're already loved unconditionally. This is what is. Yeah. Feeling all those parts of you come back into direct alignment and just out of separation. They don't need to hide in not being accepted. They're already accepted. You're already accepted in every dimension. Go ahead and say, I am already accepted by God in every dimension. That's it. That's it. And go ahead and say, I am already understood by God in every dimension. There you go. God understands my true heart and my true intentions. I am understood by God already. God understands me as God understands itself. Life understands me as life understands itself. Yeah. There we go. And go ahead and say, it is already done. It is already done. It is done. It is done. It is done. What is done cannot be undone. It's not personal. It's just the way it is. Yeah, there we go. It's the way life functions. It's the way life is hardwired. It can't not be this way. It is this way. It's always been this way. It will always be this way. That's it. Woo-wee! Beautiful. Wow. Okay, so we're on to the fifth principle. And the fifth principle is that everything is actually made of infinite possibility. Okay? Everyone, everything, including you, is actually made of infinite possibility. Every situation is actually made of infinite possibility. Now, how do we actually know that this is true? Well, quantum physics shows us and tells us that scientists and quantum physicists, they can't even explain why something is solid. Because every time they look into the energy, they just find more space and more infinite. Right? So it's actually a magic and a piece of a miracle that we actually experience this table is solid or our feet on the ground or any of that stuff. The truth is, everything's made of infinite possibility. Okay? And if everything's made of infinite possibility, how easy is it to shift the possibilities that you've believed was limited in your life? Easy, right? Easy and infinite, and easy and infinite. And absolutely easy. Because the thing is, the infinite possibilities are already there. Regardless of how we believe and project onto the possibilities that they're finite, they're still being infinite. Does that make sense? So these first 5 principles can actually not be changed. They cannot be altered. They are what is. They are what has always been. They are what will always be. Now, the reason why they are unchangeable is because life has to function this way in order for life to sustain itself. Does that make sense? So we're joining into that direct alignment of, oh, this is actually what is. These are not beliefs that we're holding. We're actually just accepting what truly is. Oh my gosh, is that amazing or what? Okay, so all of this is happening regardless of any belief we might be projecting that this isn't happening. Guess what? It's still happening. It can't not happen. It has to be this way for life to survive, for life to exist, for life to sustain itself. And science has shown us that there's something called the God particle. And what's so funny about this is that scientists are like, we keep trying to look to see the God particle so that we can explain it and define it. It's like, well, the reason why you can't see the God particle is because it's not allowed to be changed. It functions from these 6 principles in order for life to sustain itself, in order for us, or humanity, or separation. It's not allowed to muck up life. It's not allowed to take life out of any one of these principles because life must go on. Life must survive and sustain itself. Life is a miracle that cannot be changed. It's the miracle of life, you see? Oh my gosh, you're so getting it. Okay, so that brings us to our next principle. Has life ever truly been any different? Like, has God ever not been love? No, God has been love. God is love. Source is love. Everything is love, right? God is love. It's always been love, hasn't it? Regardless of our experience with it, it's always been love. And guess what? It will always be love. These 5 principles are not mutable. They're not changeable, right? They can't be changed, they can't be altered, they can't be manipulated, they just are what is, regardless of what we do. They are what is, they are the way life functions, they are the way the universe functions, they actually are what is, what has always been, and what will always be. So guess what the 6 principles is? That principle 1 through 5 are already done. Why? Because it's never not been that way. Because this is what God is. This is the way God functions. This is actually what is. So the 6th principle is that you are already love. Everything is already love. Right? All these 5 principles are already done. Does that make sense? Oh my gosh. Okay. So we're going to use the 6th principle and your understanding of the 5 principles now to actually transform your vibration with money so that you can actually just step into the abundance that is. Now, is God abundant? Absolutely, right? It's all abundant. It's all functioning from these 6 principles. And it's already abundant. Right? There's an abundance of leaves on trees. There's abundance of blades of grass. There's an abundance of life force energy supporting and sustaining itself. It's all abundant. So, even though this world and humanity can project that life isn't abundant because their bank accounts aren't abundant, life is still abundant, right? So who would you, or what would you rather live your life within? Would you rather live your life within the 6 principles of what is, being that vibration of abundance? And guess what? The universe mirrors back whatever vibration you're bringing, right? So you're being the vibration of abundance, and now it's merging and coming back to you as a reflection of the abundance that is, right? So we could either live from those 6 principles and be in what is real and what is, and manifest and choose our life from there, or we can align ourselves with the illusion and have this beautiful universe manifest that illusion for us. Which would you like to choose? Now, what makes this so incredibly powerful is that they're not beliefs from within the mind. They're actually what is. So as you embrace this, as you move into this total and complete alignment, guess what? It's already done. Life is already abundant because it already is abundant. You are already receiving abundant possibilities because there's an abundance of possibilities, right? And from this, you are able to actually choose to create your life from direct alignment. Now, here's the key. That's the key to the entire universe. You may not have realized it, but you've been creating from a limited field of energy, from the mind, that doesn't actually allow you to fully manifest. No wonder why abundance hasn't manifested. It hasn't been a full body experience of what is. It's been I'm going to believe that I'm abundant, or I'm going to try to get out of non-abundance in order to step into abundance, which is all from the mind, which is all from a limited energy field. Does that make sense? Okay, so these 6 principles allow it to be what already is, which takes it out of the mind, into the heart, and into the body, into the being, into what has always been. You meet life from there. Life is already that way. And that's why these 6 principles are so incredibly powerful. Okay? So this is very, 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 very exciting. Okay. So let's do this, everyone. This is how you actually use these principles in your life. Okay, so feel the energy that you have around money. Okay, and for a moment, just put all of that in a box in front of you. Throw in the worry, throw in the fear, throw in the I'm not supported, throw in the this is reality, right? Take all the beliefs. Just take a moment, and I'm going to give you guys a moment just to throw all the beliefs in your box. And all the feelings in the box. Throw them all in there. That's it. Now go ahead and say, I now invoke Archangel Michael to cut all of my cords from all of these beliefs and all of these feelings around money. There you go. And now we're just allowing all those beliefs and all those feelings to be in a box. And now what we're doing is we're going to rearrange your relationship with money from the 6 principles and teach you actually how to function from there and how to meet money from there. So therefore it is. Okay, so allowing all of that to be in the box in front of you, all the beliefs and all the feelings around money. Are you guys ready? So I'm going to go ahead and go through this whole statement, and you guys are going to repeat this, and it's literally going to miraculously manifest a different vibration, a different knowing, a different awareness around money that gets the universe to mirror back that same abundance that truly is, right? Okay, so if you kind of look into this box also, can you feel that vibration of fear? Right. Yeah, you can feel, oh my God, the other shoe's going to drop, or this is what is. And so you can feel the vibration of fear. So even just looking at that one vibration, if you come from the vibration of fear, will the universe reflect back something fearful? Yeah. So with that vibration of fear that you used to be coming from, can you see that the universe would have to reflect back something that helps bring up that fear? Wow. So prior to actually doing this process that we're about to do you realize that all these vibrations have been asking the infinite possibilities to become realities around all these vibrations of fear, of all these different worry, right? Oh my gosh. So amazing, right? So if you look at your trajectory in your life, having still believed in this box, right? So let's look at that. Just feeling out into 10 and 20 and 30 years, still believing in the fear and the worry, into all the beliefs around money. And you can tell that there's a very lateral existence. It's like, oh, it just continues to create the same thing, right? Can you guys feel that? Yeah, right? Amazing. Okay, so now let me ask you, what is it that you think is going to transform your money situation? Okay, now the logical answer is money. If money shows up, it will transform. But guess what? 85% of people that win the lottery spend it within a few years and actually get into worse shape because of the judgment that they spent it. Okay, so what if money was not the answer to this vibration and to this reality? Okay, see what I'm putting down? Now, if you continue to try to get money to try to fix it, would you be doing that forever? Absolutely. So you would continue maintaining the same experience with money. What is required to actually change that box in your vibration with money? You stepping into total alignment with Source. Now here's the thing, this entire universe is hardwired to return you to love and to return you to the truth. Does that make sense? So, it's all been working on your behalf to help bring up these energies to release them. Now, what happens if you choose alignment with Source and come from alignment with Source? The universe's mission of bringing up, acting out the illusionary reality of separation, its mission's complete. It doesn't need to do that anymore. Now the universe gets to reflect back the 6 principles. Money gets to feel like the 6 principles. Oh my God, you get to interact with the 6 principles with money. You get to be in direct alignment with Source. And how amazing does Source manifest? Miraculously, right? Oh my gosh, okay, so this is totally amazing, and this actually transforms everything. So let's put everything in that box. There we go. Again, cutting all your cords. Archangel Michael, cut all my cords to all the beliefs and feelings, throw them all in the box. All in the box, all in the box. Never was yours in the first place, just throw them all in the box. Perfect. You guys ready? Now we're going to rearrange your vibration with money from Source. Okay? So go ahead and say to money, money, the truth is, you are made of the infinite love of God already. You are already made of the infinite love of God. There you go. The truth is, money, you are made of the infinite loving energy of God. You are already infinitely loving. The truth is, money, you are already infinitely loved by God. There you go. In the name of God and all that is light, by the law of divine grace, I state your name, now accept that money is being the infinite love of God, because everything is the infinite love of God, being the infinite loving energy of God, because everything is the infinite loving energy of God, and being infinitely loved by God, because everything is infinitely loved by God. There we go. Already. It's already done. It's already done. It's already done. Okay, so now with that box, we're going to move on to the second principle. Feels really good, doesn't it? Woo! It's already kind of coming apart. Okay, so go ahead and say money. The truth is, you are whole and one with God. The truth is, everything is whole and one with God. The truth is, you are already whole and one with God. The truth is, everything is already whole and one with God. There you go. Just take a breath and allowing that vibration of money to be completely already transformed into being whole and one with God, already in the infinite love of God, already the infinite loving energy of God, already infinitely loved by God. There you go. Ready for the third principle? And this, we're using the sixth principle of it already being done, right? So you're noticing we're starting with the third principle, and then we're moving to the sixth, and it creates this deep completion, you see? And if it's already done, how easy is it to manifest? Easy, because it's already done. Okay, so the next principle, principle number 3, is that everything's serving in the highest. So go ahead and tell money, the truth is, everything is being served in the highest. The truth is, you are being served in the highest. The truth is, I am being served in the highest. Because everything is actually serving in the highest. The truth is, you are already serving in the highest. The truth is, everything is already serving in the highest. It is already done. It is already done. It is already done. There we go. Feel that completion? Oh my gosh. Yes! Okay, so let's move on to principle 4. And go ahead and let's say to that box that you've created called money, money, the truth is you are acknowledged by God in every dimension. Money, the truth is you are already acknowledged by God in every dimension. Money, the truth is you are already seen by God in every dimension. Everything is already seen by God in every dimension. Money, the truth is you are already known by God in every dimension. God already knows your true heart and your true intentions. God already sees and acknowledges you. There you go. God, the truth is you are already felt by God in every dimension. Everything is already felt by God in every dimension. I am already felt by God in every dimension. I am already acknowledged by God in every dimension. There you go. I am already seen by God in every dimension. There you go. Money, the truth is, you are already supported by God in every dimension. You are made of the infinite support of God in every dimension. I am already supported by God in every dimension. Already. The truth is, I am heard by God in every dimension. Money is heard by God in every dimension. God is already hearing me, in every dimension, and money's true heart and true intentions. It wants to be a vessel of love. It wants to be a vessel of support. It wants to be a vessel of God. It wants to be that acknowledgement, seeing you, hearing you, feeling you. It wants to be free to be that beautiful vessel of God for you in your life. That's the truth about money. Money, the truth is you are already accepted by God. God already accepts your true heart and your true intentions. The truth is, I am already accepted by God in every dimension. God acknowledges my true heart and my true intentions. I am already understood by God in every dimension. The truth is, money, you are already understood by God in every dimension. It is already done. It is already done. It is already done. What is already done cannot be undone. It's the way that it is, the way that it's always been, and the way it will always be. Whew. Yeah, baby. The truth is, money, you are infinite possibility. I allow you to be infinite possibility. The miraculous infinite possibility of God come through money and be the infinite possibilities of God that you already are. The truth is, I'm already the infinite possibility of God. The truth is, everything is the infinite possibility of God, including money. There you go. And feel yourself allowing money to return to infinite possibilities. It wishes to be the infinite possibilities of God, supporting and manifesting the infinite possibilities and that miracle of God in your life. That's what it truly wishes to be. Everything wants to be with God. Everyone wants to be with God. And the truth is, everything is already with God. Everyone is already with God. You are already with God. And when you come from that sixth principle of it already being done, you are actually quantum leaping into a future where it's already done. Oh, and the experience is it's already done, and you're bringing that into now. Woo! And you are bypassing lifetimes of suffering, of not being in alignment, and bringing yourself into that miraculous alignment with God, with Source. Choosing to be in direct alignment with Source and allowing that direct alignment to manifest all around you. See, the truth is that it's always been, what is it that you choose from direct alignment, from complete and total alignment with Source? And in that choice, it creates the experience of that choice. And then the universe validates this is what is. That universe, that's a mirror universe, reflects back whatever it is that you're choosing. That's the way life has always been meant to function. And just allow yourself to feel and sit in that beautiful alignment that it's already done. And feel the joy of money, as money's so excited to be in those six principles, right? So now, how do we facilitate you guys in moving forward from this direct alignment, right? You've got the feeling tone of it. You're like, oh my God, this is what is. This is so cool. I allow money to be this too. Why? Because everything is this. Because I'm living in what's real. I'm no longer allowing the illusion of separation to create my experience. Instead, I'm choosing. And I'm choosing to stand with God. And when I choose to stand with God, God is already standing with me. Already then, already done. It's always actually been like this. This is the truth of what is. So the next tool is amazing. It's how to actually create your life from this direct alignment. Okay? So here it is. Since I am already love, everything is already love. I am already being infinitely loved by God. Everything is already being infinitely loved by God. In regards to money, from this alignment, I choose. How is it that you are choosing to move forward from this direct alignment with Source? There you go, I can feel it. So allowing money to be easy. And maybe let's give you guys an opportunity to write in the Q&A box, since this is the way that it is, how are you now choosing to move forward, yeah? Okay, oh my gosh, it's so exciting. So with that, you can look at each one of those principles. Since everything is infinite possibility, including money, I choose to allow this to be miraculous, to allow my bank account to transfer, to move, enter, the numbers easily and effortlessly, to allow the miracle of God, the infinite possibilities of God, to bring me possibilities around abundance that are even more magical than anything I could have ever imagined, right? Whoa! So you can feel what it is that you now choose from this direct alignment, right? Since I am whole and one with God, since everything, including money, is whole and one with God, I choose. How are you choosing to move forth? Knowing that you are whole and one with God, that money is whole and one with God. Okay, and go ahead and write all this in the Q&A box, and we're going to share this on the call. And if you notice too, wow, how is this changing how you move forward with money? And you're noticing, wow, it's a very different vibration. And it's meeting the miracle of life even within money. Incredible. Incredible. Since I am already acknowledged by God, since everything is already acknowledged by God, already seen by God, already known by God, already felt by God, already supported by God, already accepted by God, and already understood by God, including money already, how are you choosing to move forward with abundance? Meeting life in this money is already acknowledged, and the abundance of money is already acknowledged, already seen, already felt, and already understood. How are you choosing to move forward? Bringing that source reality to your experience, bringing that direct alignment in. And if you notice, this is what has been required for you to instantly manifest the life of your dreams, to have it be already done. Because when we're in the process of doing, we're actually giving energy to it not already being that way. So within the sixth principle, it allows you to manifest already done. It allows you to manifest instantly. It allows transformation to be already done. You're quantum leaping into the future of your choice and going, actually, I'm having it here now. Why? Because in the name of God and all that is light, this is already what is. And I'm choosing to come from here, which means I'm empowered to know and to choose as a being of God, as a being of that gets to say, this is what is, this is where I'm choosing to come from. So guess what? Therefore, it already is. Can you feel the magnitude of what this is? Can you feel the different life that you have from these six principles? Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Now, woo! So Gina, would you like to share some of the choices that are now being made to bring in, this is already done, and this is what already is, and this is the life that I'm actually having. I'm instantly manifesting this from the sixth principle of all the five principles already being done.
Yes, Rikka, this is really, really cool. So,
I'm here.
Looks like we had an echo there. So we've got, I choose to allow it to be integrated.
Yeah, because it's already integrated. Oh my God, you're already here. Like you're already living here. This is the only way to manifest this, from it already being done. And have you been missing that piece? Heck yeah, oh my goodness, right? And you can't do it from your mind. You have to do it from this is what is. You can't do it from any other space. Now, I'd love to say too that within this 2 hours, I've absolutely given you everything, but there's like a deep and profound like day training, at least an entire day that I need to take you through. And then I've got to build on that, right, into a second day and third day and fourth day to actually absolutely instantly manifest and transform every aspect of your life, because we've been trained to be limited. And so I've got to untrain you from being limited. And there's ways in which this is acting out that I can't even begin to unpack in a 2-hour live stream. I need a lot more time with you, okay? So go ahead, Gina. What else are they now choosing from this deep and direct alignment?
So, Rikka, we have, I choose to receive the superabundance that God chooses to bless me with. It is done.
Absolutely. Feel that. Oh, everybody can feel that. It's literally like that awareness and that choice was in a future moment. We're all returning to source. We're all returning to instant manifestation. We're already returning to our choice is what is. Like that's what we're returning to, right? We're returning to these 6 principles. So by choosing the 6 principles, accepting the 6 principles, being grateful for the 6 principles, and moving forward from the 6 principles, you just quantum leaped into a new life. And that life might not have even shown up in this lifetime. You just quantum leaped into a future lifetime, all right? So awesome. Gina, what else?
We have, I now allow money to flow easily into my life.
Yes.
And so it is now done. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Easy and effortless. Easy and effortless. Woo! Yes, that's it. That's it. Yeah. What else, Gina?
We have that house in Costa Rica that I've been dreaming about is mine.
Yeah.
So it is done.
Already done, already done, already done. And that request has already been heard and already been granted. Now, it's been waiting for you to be in the alignment, into complete, total, and direct alignment with Source in order for Source to go, and here it is. Right? Because the angels and God don't want to validate that our minds, our egos are the things that are creating reality. It just doesn't want to validate that separation. So it's been waiting for us to have the tools of direct alignment, to choose to come from that alignment, to then validate that alignment. Can you see that? It's so absolutely crystal clear. Wow. So it's beautiful as there's infinite ways in which this path has already been paved. But it's already done, right? And truthfully, whether it's that exact house in Costa Rica or whether it's something like that that shows up to be that energy for you in your life and to represent that, it might, as you're walking this path, all of a sudden you're like, actually it's on this coast, or actually I married someone who already had it, or actually this, like the way, the how it shows up is not our job. If you look at it, God manifests miraculously. We don't know how to create a brain or a heart in a baby's body. We don't know how to manifest life, but God does. God is much better at manifesting the how. So that's another piece of bringing you into that refinement, that if you didn't know that, you would be trying to manifest from the how. I'm going to bring into the 6 principles so that I can manifest the how. That would not be in direct alignment. That would be being in the mind of being in the ego, and you wouldn't be able to manifest it. Now, when you let go of the how, step into the alignment and say, God provided infinitely. Then you're in that direct alignment. You're trusting God. You're allowing God to show up to actually bring the path of this already being done energetically. Does it matter how it shows up? No. Does it matter on what exact coast? No. It actually, all that matters is that you're in direct alignment. You're saying yes to it. And God goes, thank you for being clear. I've been waiting. The universe has been waiting to deliver this, waiting for the clarity. Right? When unknowingly you've been actually vibrating out, how does this show up and how this shows up, which has actually been mucking up the field of God actually having it be already done. Can you see that? So there's a lot of pieces to this that, gosh, I wish I could have you for 4 days. Okay? Because truthfully, we're giving you a PhD on instant manifestation in your life. And that kind of PhD has never existed on planet Earth, right? And having just experienced this 4 days of this class, oh my God, I can't imagine if you knew what this class was for you in your life. If you knew the quantum leap that you make into the future of your choice, you would have already registered, truly. You would have just jumped on the chance, because this information bringing you into this absolute direct alignment. It's in your soul. It's where you're hardwired to exist. None of this other stuff has made any sense. You are, gosh, I'm getting full body chills. You are destined to remember this. And you can either jump into it now. We can spend 4 days deepening this and allowing you to step into the absoluteness-ism of this already being so. Teaching you how to manifest from here, from it already being done. And then course correcting where you haven't really realized it, but you're creating the misalignment that doesn't allow something to show up. So we can spend 4 days together honing this in, honing this skill, doing this as a class, transforming every aspect of your life. Wow, what life do you get to have from all of this? From this direct alignment from source, from this already being done. Oh my gosh! And truthfully, humanity and each of us have been waiting for an eternity for these tools to show up to where we could step in and play, where life becomes an absolute choose your own adventure, a game where you're infinitely empowered, where we've actually transformed the energy of your life completely, and now you're moving forward in the 6 principles with a 6 principle life, meeting a 6 principle environment, knowing how to be and function and choose from that direct alignment, no exceptions. So that's what happened and what is happening here coming up in Los Angeles in just a few weeks. Oh my gosh. So that's happening in August. Woo! August 9th, we will begin with a night together, and we will continue on the 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th to deepen this in Los Angeles, California. And this is my Life Transformed 4-day intensive, level 1 and level 2. And I won't actually be teaching this course again. This is the last time I will teach this course. In the future, the Life Transformed coaches will actually be teaching this course. So you'll actually have to go to somebody else for this particular information. So you're really not going to want to miss this opportunity in Los Angeles. Whatever you have to do to get there, because you will quantum leap into the future of your choice, into the life of your choice, into being able to manifest anything instantaneously. Transformation is now instant. And it's absolutely incredible. And it's what we've all been waiting for. Now, when you register for this class, the early bird discount of $200 off in US, right? The early bird of $200 off, it ends on the 25th, which is in 2 days. So don't wait. Receive that $200 savings. Allow yourself that $200 of abundance in your bank account, okay? And allow yourself to have that. Now, what I'm also giving on top of this is my 8-week money mastery course, right? So if money has been at all a thing in your life, you get to have an 8-week course that leads you through all the awarenesses, all of the vibrational alignments, everything you need to know in order to manifest abundance, on top of all this new technology that we are going to be diving deep into during this 4-day course. So right now, feel into your heart. Is this your destiny? Will you allow anything to stop you from this destiny? Absolutely not, right? So how you register is www.rikkainla.com. rikkainla.com. Don't let anything stop you from this, truly. You will be infinitely grateful. Okay? You will be there in LA going, oh my God, I've been waiting. My soul has been waiting for this ever since I arrived here on planet Earth. I've been waiting my entire life and all kinds of other lifetimes to be able to step into this alignment, to know what I know, to be who I am. To get those course corrections where you didn't realize it, but you were manifesting out for something not to show up, right? While trying to manifest it showing up, and the universe goes, I can't. You're asking me to mirror back that this isn't so. I don't know how to manifest in this line, right? Like you're sending out mixed signals. So we need to get your signal absolutely crystal clear. And it does take longer than 2 hours to do that, okay? So join us for the 4-day class in Los Angeles, okay? It's coming up here the 10th through the 13th. We get together on the evening of the 9th to set our intentions and to bring the group together. Then we continue on the 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th to bring you into that direct alignment. And it is epic beyond belief. And right now, without this training, it's going to be difficult because there are things that your subconscious is doing and things that your energy field is doing, things that your ego is automatically programmed to do that we haven't yet addressed. So to say that you can actually do this from this is, not exactly, right? You can't exactly jump into it. We've got more course correcting to do, right? And that all happens in Los Angeles coming up. So again, the link to register is www.rikkanla.com. Seriously, don't allow anything to stop you from having this. Truthfully, okay? You will literally be and have a different life. And it's the life that you deserve. Okay. Oh my gosh, amazing. Wow, Gina, I am so excited. Oh, I'm so excited. I cannot wait for the world to have this. Oh, I can't wait for each of you to have this. Oh, it changes absolutely everything. I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen it on the live streams on Facebook, but people are like, oh my God, whatever you have to do to get here, get here. Like, whatever needs to change to get here, change it. There is nothing more important than you stepping into direct alignment with Source. And we have the how too. And you're going to be experiencing and receiving the how to. And we're going to be using that to instantly manifest the life of your dreams, the life of your choice, and to instantly and effortlessly transform any other vibration that has been mucking up the field so that you can already have this life. Oh my gosh, it's so exciting. So go to rikkanla.com to register today. Oh, it is so exciting. Again, early bird, it goes away in 2 days. So just register now. Don't think about it. Don't let yourself stop yourself. Don't let your mind stop yourself. Seriously, just allow yourself to have this gift. It's amazing. Oh my gosh, Gina, this has been absolutely incredible.
It has been, Rikka. I'm so honored to be here, and these are brand new principles, and this is all new to me too. So I have been taking crazy notes. So thanks for everything. And I know you're in Australia right now, so it's the 23rd for you. But if you're in the U.S. right now, that early bird goes away in 3 days on the 25th. Awesome. So you have 3 days to get that early bird special for $200 off. And if you have not seen some of what we've been posting on the Facebook Lives that we've been doing from Australia, check that out. There are people that were giving their success stories right then and there that just happened, so you can see firsthand the transformation that was happening in Australia just yesterday. So check it out on Rikka's Facebook pages.
Awesome. Oh my gosh. It's so amazing. Oh, I'm so grateful and just so excited for your life. So excited for what manifests. So excited. Like, whatever you do, if you have to move heaven and earth to get here, do it. Seriously. You will not regret it. You will be so infinitely grateful. It'll be like, oh my God, I don't know, it's like you're going to get that you are empowered to have any life of your choice. You're going to watch that life manifest before your eyes. And you're also going to step into making that difference in the world, right? So it fulfills your heart. It fulfills your true purpose. All of us are destined and designed to return to love. We can either do it now, coming up, on the 10th through the 13th in August, or we can suffer and do it later. It's your choice. Now you get to make that choice. But you know what choice you've already made. Awesome, you guys. I can't wait to see you in Los Angeles coming up. rikkanla.com. Receive your $200 up until the 25th. And if you're watching this after the 25th, gosh, don't worry about it. Just go ahead and register, okay? Because it's worth infinitely more. Infinitely more. I guarantee you this class will make you infinitely more than what it costs. Infinitely. You know, we just had a life transformed participant come to us in Sydney that said, you guys, she said this to the entire intro, my income has tripled from this information. And it continues to expand. So this is a drop in the hat compared to what is within your dream life. Don't let money stop you. Don't let time stop you. Don't let other commitments stop you. Truly, this is where you are designed and meant to be. And each of you that have already chosen it already know it. So follow that knowing when we will see you in LA, and it is going to be epic beyond measure. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to see you there and watch the miraculous life that gets to show up when you are in direct alignment with Source and choosing to function from that alignment, meet life in that alignment. It's a whole new life. All right, you guys, I can't wait to see you there again. Register at rikkanla.com, and whoo, miracles beyond measure are waiting for you there in that direct alignment with Source. All right, you guys, see you in Los Angeles, August 10th through the 13th at rikkanla.com. Love you all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Okay,
thank you,
put
Gina.
everybody on, Rikka. Let's put on interactive and say goodbye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you so much. Oh, I can't wait. I'm so excited for all of you.
Thank you.
Woo, woo, woo.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Love you. Love you. So good. So good.